Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 6 a.m. Swingers Club Kettlebell Training. All of you here this morning. Does that look like it's working?
It doesn't, but I will take a look.
Yeah. We're in our new studio this morning, so we're still kind of getting the old setup right. But I hope everybody had a great weekend. How was your weekend? This past weekend, we had a really kind of a quiet weekend, but a couple of the things that we tried some new things. Like we have I don't know if you saw the pictures, but we have a volleyball court, a professional volleyball court where we live. And so we went out Saturday morning or Friday evening to play some volleyball. And you know what? It was a lot of fun. So we played volleyball Saturday morning, Sunday morning. That was our breakfast. So my words to you are try something new. If you haven't tried anything new lately, try something new. It's so much fun. Mm-hmm. Today, I just want to talk a little bit about positivity. And if you saw my Facebook post this morning, you saw a mural that I posted and it said positivity. And that mural is actually done by a very talented artist in Portland, Maine, Jared Goulet. I think that's how you pronounce it. Goulet.
Usually, yeah.
If it's the French. Sorry, Jared.
We're in Maine, so yeah.
Jared, you'll have to tell me. But anyway, look him up on Facebook. You'll see his name on my post. He's called the Color Wizard, and he does these huge murals on things that people hire him to put them on, like walls and buildings and towers and stuff. And he uses spray paint, and it's amazing.
And it's not graffiti.
No, it's
beautiful. Actually really fantastic.
The one he painted that I posted is positivity, and it just got me thinking about how positive are you, and how do you keep your positivity going, and what difference does it make? And it does make a huge difference in my day if I wake up in a positive mood or in a positive way, and even if things are going wrong, because that's what life is. Life gives us all kinds of challenges that we face, but if you stay positive and you know deep down inside that everything is figure-outable, you can figure anything out. You really can. Trust yourself, trust other people that are around you, and trust that things will work out in your favor, and stay positive. It really makes a huge difference in terms of getting to your goal. If you need help with that, you can contact me. I have a program actually that helps with positivity and moving forward in your life. But this morning we're going to get started on our kettlebell workout because that's why we are here. And what are we working on this morning?
Today we're going to be working on the stability of the forearm. Ooh. Oh, by the way, I'm positive this morning that you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Could you grab a yoga mat? And we'll go over this. Okay, so we're going to do two things in our warm-up section here this morning. We're going to work on the details of the rotation of the forearm. This seems like a trivial aspect, but it's actually very, very important. The rotation happens around the line of the pinky, which is lined up with the ulna. Now, with all of the exercises that we do, there's three things that we need to work on with our musculature. Contraction, this is concentric contraction. This is eccentric contraction, that's sort of slowly opening the muscle under load. And then the last one is stabilization or static. So what we're going to work on is this. Put your elbow against your body and put your hand on your deltoid. And then you're going to rotate your arm, right? So you're going to bring your arm in and back. So what you're doing is this bone, the humerus, is rotating back and forth. And this is this is the action. Now, extend it out like you're at the top of the swing. Put your hand on your deltoid. And we're going to make a fist here, and we're going to make a fist here. We're going to clamp it down. Now do your rotation, right? It's not going to move, so it holds still.
Yeah.
You feel it?
Yep.
Okay. When you're doing your swing, right, you're going to go, I'm going to stick my thumb out so you can see. The thumb goes down at the bottom of the swing and then rotates to thumb up at the top of the swing. And this happens without this bone rotating. So it only works if you seat the shoulder. So you're going to pick up your kettlebell and you're going to do a couple of swings, focusing on rotating thumb up and thumb down, keeping the shoulders seated. So grab your bell. And you're just going to do a couple of swings and you're going to observe, focus on that bone and that group of muscles here in the shoulder. Keep it clamped down and rotating, even though you have fired the muscles. Feel it? Yeah, I can see you doing it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a different focus on the swing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's actually easier.
Yeah, and now do your change to the other hand. Now, when you do your changes, make them both thumbs up when you do the change. So bring the other hand up and touch. Yeah. And when you're ready, do the switch. So you turned it when you switched.
Keep it up.
You want to turn thumb up and change palm to palm, so both thumbs are up.
Oh.
Now we're talking. Ah, you got it. Yeah. And that way.
That makes me use my core too.
It does. These little details as we go will dial in some of the finer tuning aspects of how these techniques work. Now, there's a new exercise that we're going to learn today. And it is a stabilization technique of the forearm. And it looks like this. I'm going to put this down, and Kendra will make sure that everybody can see this. I'm going to kneel down on the ground next to the kettlebell, and I'm going to take the bell, and I'm going to lean it forward on the handle. I'm going to set it out in front of me. Put this hand on the floor, and I'm going to tip the bell towards me. I'm going to take my thumb and index finger, like make an OK sign, all the way choked up until I reach the handle of until I reach the ball of the kettlebell. Now I'm going to tip it back, ball up, and I'm going to bring it down until my wrist and entire forearm are touching the ground. And I'm going to bring it back forward. Now what's happening here is that as I bring it back, the ball wants to fall over one way or another.
One way or another.
I need to keep that from happening. So I am moving it in this direction while stabilizing the rotation. It takes a little bit to understand what I'm talking about, but it goes from here, here.
So that forces you to use the muscles in your wrist and forearm to keep it straight.
That's right.
And your hand.
That's right. I am stabilizing with some of the muscles, and I am working other muscles. So that's the exercise for you to practice. You want to get that?
Yeah, I'm going to use this one.
Absolutely.
And
so you're going to kneel on the ground a bit away from it.
Okay.
Tip the bell towards you.
Here?
Yep. Tip it down on the ground. Now take your hand and reach it all the way up until you're choked up all the way. See, this here should be all the way up onto the bell. Yeah. Now bring it back. Put your elbow and wrist on the floor without the bell touching. And so here, what I'm going to tip it further. Yeah. See, now your wrist is touching here, and your elbow is touching there. Okay. And bring it back and touch the ball. Yeah. So now, yeah. That's right. Now bring it up, up, until it touches, and then bring it back. You got it. It looks Easy.
Oh yeah, it looks super easy.
Yeah, see, that's what's going to happen. You have to fight against that bell tipping over in or out. So that's stabilizing the muscles the muscles that you're working here are all the muscles of the forearm and upper arm, while you're stabilizing with muscles radialis and brachioradialis.
And you don't want to use something that's too big either, because you could pull, if it falls over, you can pull a muscle.
Just use the kettlebell that you're used to using. You'll find that, like all of these exercises, a little bit of practice with it, and you'll get it a lot better than you did the first time you tried it. It's just a matter of teaching the muscles which ones to fire and which ones to hold. Once the knowledge in your body of where to hold and where to fold, right? Well, homage to Mr. Kenny Rogers, who just passed away, the late great Kenny Rogers. You got to know when to hold, and what to fold, right? Yeah. Exactly.
And that's the cool part about anything, like when you're doing an exercise or anything with your body, is once it's imprinted in your brain, your body makes a map of it. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's important to do it right, because your body remembers that, and then you just keep doing it.
My teacher used to always say, practice does not make perfect. Because you can practice something 1,000,000 times incorrectly, and it's never going to be perfect. If you want perfect, you need perfect practice. Perfect practice makes perfect. And it's exactly what Kendra was just saying. If you start out by properly mapping the muscle firing pattern in your body, and then repeat that slowly and carefully every time until you bring it up to speed, your movement and your motions will be much closer to what it is that you want them to do. They're never going to be perfect, but the more you try to make them perfect, the more perfect they'll be. So there it is. There's our rant for today.
Let's see who we have with us this morning. It's Monday, it's the start of a whole new week. This is exciting.
Right. I'm excited. This camera is off over here, isn't it?
And we have Amy and Jacob. Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
I think it's Damon that's on here on Facebook, on YouTube.
What about you?
Yeah, it might just be a blank.
Well, I tried something and I tried doing on my laptop instead of my tablet, and the laptop isn't cooperating.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
Well, folks, it is ready. It is time to go.
All right.
You want to leave that there?
Depends on what we're doing. Am I going to be using that?
We won't need it. We can move it.
Okay. Oh, you mean
the mat?
That.
Either way, it's fine. Okay, put the kettlebell between your feet. Handle east and west. Fold at the hip. Fold at the hip. Sit back, keeping your ankles still. Go far enough back till you can reach the handle with both hands. Seat the shoulders. Now, we're not going to stand up yet. We're going to pull on the handle and stretch our glutes.
It is a good stretch.
Get your butt as low as you can. Pick the kettlebell up 1 inch off the ground. Set it down. Straighten your legs. Pull.
Oh, that feels good.
Bend your knees. Sit back into your hips. Straighten your back. Seat your shoulders. Pick it up. 10 rotations around the body. Keep your core fired. Grip with your toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it to the middle. Sit back into your hips, bring it up. Overhead. 1. To the bottom. 2. Do a full lockout. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Bring it down. Now we're going to do alternating swings, and we're going to work on that position. Thumb back at the bottom, thumb up at the top, shoulder seated. Here we go. Nine, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set it down. Very nice. All right.
Make sure you're breathing.
Yeah. So we were actually going to go over breathing this week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start today with the simplest way to think about it. We're going to just start with when to breathe in and when to breathe out. It is important that you keep your core fired. Now, what you're going to find is that when you bring your arm up in general, when you fire your hips and you bring your arm up, this is when you're going to breathe in. The rib cage is allowed to open and expand. And then at the bottom of the swing, you're going to compress your rib cage together a bit. And it's going to be easiest to force the air out. Don't try and do it the reverse of that, at least not right now. Think about timing your breathing with your swings. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 20 more swings, alternating single arm swings, just like we just did. Focus on breathing in and breathing out. In at the top, thumb up. Out at the bottom, thumb down. Here we go. And breathe in. Ten more. And down.
You know what? That made it easier.
Yep.
When you're breathing, you go with your breath. It makes it a lot easier to do the move.
Absolutely. So now we're going to do two-step breathing. We're going to do swing to the rack and press. We're going to go. We're going to breathe in. And then we're going to exhale and breathe in again. Make sense?
Yeah, let's see if I can do it.
We're going to inhale on the rise, and we're going to inhale again as it goes up.
I'll follow your lead.
Here we go. Breathe in. And you can exhale on the way down.
I was just going to say, it's easy.
So it's going to go, breathe in. Sorry. One more. Change hands. Two more. Set it down.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Interesting.
Whew. All right. Let's go to the high pull. Same thing, we're going to go. Inhale on the pull back. Exhale on the swing down. 10 on each side. Here we go. Change hands. Down. Whew. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that.
So the next thing we're going to do, snatches all the way overhead. One big inhale at the top, going up. There you go. Now, some people do this with a double breath cycle. It's fine. You can do anything.
What does the double breath cycle look like in this? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 2 cycles of breath per lift. Do that later on. Right now, we're going to do 1 cycle breath. Here we go. Breathing in at the top, out at the bottom. 10 on each side. We'll go 5 and 5, 5 and 5. Here we go. Change hands.
I got one more.
And out. Change hands. Change hands last time. And in and down.
I think I only did 4, but
That's okay.
whew. It's humid this morning here.
It is very humid.
We're sweating.
Whew. All right. Let's do some thighs.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some lunges. What I'd like to do today, let's
Be positive. I was like, ooh, lunges. Be positive. Remember what I said in the beginning? Staying positive helps.
We're going to do something a little bit different today. Let's start with this. Take the kettlebell and bring it up to the rack on the left side. Take your right hand, over grip so that you have same thing, kettlebell on the left side, but this hand's over the top. Now here's what I want you to do. Keep it up high and swing it across so that it is now held in your other hand. So as it comes around, just keep this hand where it is. Watch this.
I'm going to do it with my smaller.
Yep. You over grip, swing it to the other side, and pull that hand out. Right? And now with it on this side, we're going to step back with my left leg, lunge. Come back up. Swing it to the other side. Step back with the right leg. Swing it back, left. Swing it back, right. That's okay. We'll go slower. Cross, step back. Stay right there. Whichever hand the kettlebell is in, step back with the opposite leg.
That's what I was doing, wasn't it?
There you go.
What are they doing the opposite?
Swing. And step back. Swing. Step back. Two more. And set it down.
Oh, that was different.
And when you put it together,
Oh, okay, so you go fast. It's like an all one move.
it's all one move. So we start with sort of a more basic version, work up to a more advanced version. All right. Let's finish off. We're going to do 10 presses on each side. We're just going to bring it from the rack, 10 presses, change to the other hand, 10 presses. Whew. Here we go.
You mean what?
Just a straight up press. You can use your hips, or you can do a slow press.
No, so once you swing up, it's just 10 solid
Correct.
presses.
Bring it to the rack and keep it there, 10 presses.
Okay.
Start motionless, just the arm. Once you've done a couple of them, you'll need to use your hips to get it going. Make sense? So bring the kettlebell to the rack position. Squeeze the kettlebell, particularly with the pinky finger. Grip fist with the other side. Grip with your toes, grip with your abs. Tighten your core. Swing the arm out. Bring it up. 1, 2. Use your hips to help.
I'm going to have to go to much smaller.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Change hands when you're ready.
I'm going to start with my heavy one just because I started with my heavy one on this side.
Squeeze with the pinky. 1. 2. 3. 4. 6. 7. 8. 9. Whew. And bring it in. Sit it down.
Whoa, that's a workout.
Nicely done.
Who's here with us this morning?
Everybody's bailing.
No.
Well, they do at the end. They're like, we're over.
I still have my people, Gregory, Goodwin, Jacob, still here. Thank you so much for sticking with us to the end. Some really, really cool information. David is a Russian Kettlebell certified trainer. So he has a lot of information on, some hearts, love it, on how the body works, how to work your body. And if you guys have been following me, you can see that I'm really starting to gain some good,
Good abs.
I had like a little pooch here.
My fault.
Part of that is eating. We're doing fasting,
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah, so we try to eat by 7 p.m. at night, and then we don't eat again until noontime, 12:30.
That's our new plan.
We eat all of our calories within a 6-7 hour period, and then it gives our body a chance to rest from 7 p.m. till noontime the next day. It's called intermittent fasting, and it's great because it cleans out your body. It helps get rid of toxins, and that way, and it uses up the stuff that's already in there, because if you don't do that, then you have stuff stuck in your body that just stays there. Your body doesn't use it; it just stores it. So
we're actually following also the Bulletproof Coffee protocol. So if you're not familiar with Bulletproof Coffee, do a Google search on Bulletproof Coffee or Dave Asprey, and you'll find out what the science and thinking is behind that. I learned it from a UFC fighter who said, if you want to drop 10 pounds in a week, Bulletproof Coffee is your answer.
It's basically your body using the fat that's in there instead of having to fill yourself with food all day long. We eat way too much food way too often. We need to give our bodies a rest. So that's what that's all about.
Yeah, we'll talk some more about Bulletproof Coffee tomorrow. And we'll also do a little bit more on breath work tomorrow. So we'll keep that going as the theme for the week.
So today's Monday. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much for joining us. Sending you love, peace, joy, and happiness, and especially love to the people that are suffering in the world today. We want to make sure that you're having a fantastic day, and you create your day. The day doesn't happen to you. You make your day. That's how it works. Right. We all make our day and our lives. So you are a creator. So go ahead and create a wonderful day today. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
If you can't create a wonderful day, create a kettlebell that you can use for 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Get your kettlebells. Join us. It really is fantastic.
Do a Google search on homemade kettlebell if you can't afford a kettlebell.
Take care, guys.
Bye now.